Hello? Hello, hello. Welcome to the Witness Without Identity channel, guys. I want to we start with this Piers Morgan situation here. Um, is Piers Morgan a racist? I don't think so. Now, let me ask you, is Meghan Markle lying? I really don't know. I don't know if she's lying. I think there's a lot of truth in what she's saying. The stuff that showed me that Meghan Markle is not lying was the stuff about that's the stuff that nailed the coffin for me. Was the stuff about the sister? What was that sister? What's that woman name? No, not the sister, the wife of Prince William. She said the tabloid said that she was crying because Meghan Markle was bullying her, and guess who was crying? It was Meghan Markle. And then she apologized. So it wasn't the other way around. It wasn't Meghan Markle that was bullying. It was the other girl, at the Katie or something. So that tells you something. So and then she said that on television on Oprah. So everybody in Britain was able to listen to that. So hey, this is what it is, guys. Like she complained about this, and now everybody knows. Um, I personally believe that you know like that this story has a lot of mystery in it. The whole monarchy is a lot of mystery. Remember the Prince Andrew interview. Remember that interview. That should tell you enough right there. That interview was nuts. So I'm gonna have you listen to Piers Morgan, and then let's talk about it.
So I found that Sharon put her head over the parapet to support me, and she got gunned down by one of her co-workers in my view, a shameful way. Cheryl Underwood knows me. I've been on that show many times, and yet she deliberately took down Sharon on live television using the fake pretext that I was racist to do so. And I think that Cheryl Underwood should be the one leading the talk for falsely accusing me of racism, not Sharon Osbourne, but defending me against that fake charge.
Speaking of what started all of this, and that is Meghan Markle's claim about racism in the palace, and that someone in the royal family, was concerned about the skin color of her future child. Does she have an obligation, do you think, right now, to name that person, to disclose who that person was for context purposes? Because it's a large grenade to lob over the palace wall.
Well, Meghan Markle made a number of large grenades that she lobbed over the palace wall. The ones about racism were twofold. One, that her son Archie had been prevented from being called a prince because of his skin color. That is completely untrue. I can tell American viewers that is a lie. He would have not been a prince, whatever the skin color of himself or his mother, because under a 100-year-old statute in the royal family, unless you are the grandson of a reigning monarch, you are not a prince or princess. So Meghan Markle has either deliberately lied about that, or she's completely deluded and doesn't understand how the system works. So that was half of the racism allegation. The other half was that she said, while she was pregnant, there were several conversations between a member of the royal family and Prince Harry in which they spoke about the potential skin color of the baby. Now, she hasn't named who that person is. So everybody is in the frame, apart from the Queen and Prince Philip, who they magnanimously removed from the frame. But every other member of the royal family is. And I have several questions about this. One is, when Prince Harry was asked the same thing by Oprah Winfrey, his recollection of the timing was very different. He said it was one conversation right at the start of their relationship. So we're talking 2 years before. So when was this conversation? Was it when he said it was, or was it when she said there were multiple conversations several years later? And what was the tone of that conversation? Because it really matters. If the tone of the conversation was simply a curiosity, given that Meghan's parents, one is white, one is black, what color might the baby be? If it was said innocently and out of curiosity, that's not racism.
Well, not only that,
if it was said,
something that's really caught my mind is maybe someone was asking, well, I wonder if there will be any, because we could use a little color in the family, and maybe they'd be bummed out if there wasn't, because it would be, a sign of progression, modernization. It would be a plus, a feather in their cap.
I cannot tell you, Billy, how euphoric the British people were about a biracial woman married an exclusively white family. I mean, I think you were here, weren't you, for the wedding? Or certainly the team were. I covered it. I was euphoric about this, and the idea of a young boy arriving or a young girl who may be black would be fantastic for the royal family and fantastic for Britain, a very multicultural country. So I would like to know who that royal was. I want to know, when was that conversation?
I think that needs to be provided.
That needs to be provided.
Yeah, I think that needs to be provided because we need context.
Well, exactly. What is the context? Was it said in a sneering, derogatory manner? Was there a problem about the skin color of this child in the eyes of this royal? If there were, if that was how it was done, then I want to know who that royal is, because I'm paying for it as a British taxpayer, and I don't want to be paying for a racist. But at the moment, everybody is smeared by this allegation. So there were two charges of racism. One has already fallen down, and the other one, massive inconsistencies in the two versions of events.
I will.
Okay, so this is the way I look at it. This situation is like this for me. This is the way I look at it. Make like So basically, like, the way I look at this situation is like this. It's like Meghan Markle, it's not impossible for Meghan Markle to lie. It's not impossible. It's not impossible for there is to be a racism in the monarchy. I mean, both things are very well possible. But like what Piers Morgan is saying here is that, there's an inconsistency in the story. When did they tell her about the child color? It could have happened twice or multiple times. I don't understand why Piers Morgan doesn't understand that. It could have happened in the beginning of the relationship when they were dating. People were asking what would be the color of the child, and then it could be that later on, and people ask the same question again: what would be the color of that child? I think that's totally legit. I don't understand why Piers Morgan doesn't want to understand that. I think it's not something that's difficult. We don't really know what's going on here. Meghan Markle is a woman of color. We know that in Great Britain there's a lot of racism. Everybody knows that. This is like it's stupid for what Piers Morgan to say that there's no racism. The monarchy was about racism. It's all about slavery. It's all about imperialism. What are you talking about? Because here, what you're saying, Piers Morgan, by him saying that, I know that you are lying. You're saying Meghan Markle is lying. Now I'm saying that you're lying because you have holes in what you are trying to say. So I'm trying to be as neutral as possible, but I have to, at the end of the day, I start as neutral in my analysis, then I end with a judgment, and that's the way everything should be. Even in the court of law, you don't start with a bias; you start neutral, and then you end up with a bias. So for me, the way I look at it, Meghan Markle, I think the situation here is that they say that they need the name of the person in the family that said something like this. I think the reason why I don't think I understand, but I think the reason why I don't think it's good to do that, because that would totally destroy the monarchy. And I think the reason why they don't want to do that, it was somebody on a very high level. But now, this is the way I look at it. Let me tell you why I think what they are saying is true. Let me tell you why I think so. Because let's say that the person did not say something racist, but was asking something very innocent, right? Let's look at what's his name, Prince William or whatever, anybody else asking, or Prince Charles, or asking a question about, like, what do you think? Because Meghan Markle is kind of light skinned, she's very white, and what do you think is going to be the skin of the child? It's going to be like very white. Like, I'm saying, it's going to look very white. I think that's a legit question. I don't see this as racist for me, because Meghan Markle looks pretty white to me. I mean, she's very on the light skin side. So if she mix with like a guy that is super light like Harry, of course the kid's gonna end up looking very white. That's the way I look at it. I don't look at it the other way. Other people are looking at it like, oh no, he's gonna end up looking black. No, he's gonna be white, and he's gonna be like a white with a black texture in it. Like, that's the way I look at it. It's not gonna be predominant. Archie is not gonna be predominantly black. It's gonna be predominantly white with like a little bit of black salt and pepper in him. That's the way he's gonna look. Everybody knows that. Archie is definitely gonna. Archie is not gonna look like no Obama. He ain't gonna look like no Obama. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I mean by that. So so let's say Prince William asked that question in a very innocent way. Um, and then Prince Harry comes on the news and say that no, they were asking a racist question. You don't think that Prince Charles or whoever said that question would have come out and say, no, I did not say that. This is what I said. They would have come out and those people are lying. Nobody came out. Everybody kept silent. I think the reason why people kept silent is because they know that what they were asking was racist, and nobody wants to come out. So I do believe Meghan Markle and Prince Harry in some instance too. I do believe that what they are saying is true because to put this stuff on television and to say that this person asked you this question, that person right now in the monarchy knows who they are. And if they know who they are, they would have come out and say, no, this is not what I asked. I asked you something different. I asked you a friendly question. And I think there are friendly questions that can ask about the kid's texture. Like I'm a black guy. Let's say I'm gonna marry an Asian woman or a white woman. I might be interested. Hey, how is this? How is he gonna come out? He's gonna look like this. I don't think that's racist for me. You know, I don't think that's racist. But so that's the way I look at it. So, guys, please subscribe to my channel and let me know what you guys think. Thank you.